everyone, and welcome to my first book talk in this new channel. And yeah, I do not do book talks. Like, I've done one in my old channel. It was exhausting. I planned everything out, so I wanted to do reading vlogs from now on. But this baby right here, this Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, it's the second book of the Lunar Chronicles. I planned to do a reading vlog while reading through this. I finished this so fast, I didn't have time to vlog through it. Like, I planned to read this during my 5-day no work vacation for me, and I just didn't get to do it because we did a lot of stuff. We went some places, and yeah, I just didn't get the time to open it. The night we arrived, I read a few pages, like just probably like 2 or 3 chapters, and then the next day I read it lunchtime, and I had like 2 periods free, so I read through that. I read this much in an hour and a half, and that is impressive. But I think what helped is the font size. I mean, it's not too big, and but it's not too small as well. It's like double space. It looks like a big book, but it's actually not. It's just a fast read. And I finally finished today, like all of it today. So basically I read this in 2 days. That's amazing. So let's talk about this book, and I'm gonna give out spoilers. So please, if you haven't read this series yet, what are you doing here? Go read the series and then come back and let's talk about this, because oh my gosh, the feels with this book. Alright, so Scarlet, as I mentioned earlier, is the second book of the Lunar Chronicles. Cinder is the first one, and basically this is a series of retellings, which I really love. I love it so much. I read Cinder like months ago. It was last year. Honestly, I forgot what happened. I just know the storyline that Cinder's a robot. She's like 1/8 human, 7/8 cyborg. We find out in the first book that Cinder is Princess Celine, the lost princess, and is the niece of Queen Levana, who is of course our antagonist here. So I don't remember much, okay? I don't remember much in Cinder. We'll not talk about that. We're here to talk about this book right here. Okay, so we are introduced to a new character, Scarlet, who is of course Little Red Riding Hood. She's wearing a hoodie, a red hoodie, and she has red hair, which I love. And what I like about this book is that we also get to see Cinder's POV, which I actually really liked so much that I prefer her POVs better than Scarlet's in the beginning of the book. Like, I love Scarlet and Wolf, but I just enjoyed Cinder's POV more, especially when she was with Thorn. Oh my gosh, let's talk about Thorn later. I'm just gonna talk about a few things. I don't want to stay too long, and I don't want to make this video too long. And oh my gosh, my noodles are overcooked. So good. So I'm just gonna talk about a few things, like, wow, Wolf. Okay, so I knew that Wolf is gonna be her love interest the beginning that I read his name, because of course he was described as like really handsome and really mysterious, so immediately it's him. I didn't understand at first, like, is he human with wolfish characteristics and he has the name Wolf? And then when I went through the book, like in the middle part, I'm like, oh, he's in a pack, a gang. So I was like, okay, so it's like a group of thugs, whatever. And then in the end, we get to see that they're actually, yes, part wolf, kind of. Like, yeah, I don't really get that part, but he's like genetically engineered by Queen Levana, so they're basically lunar. So that's what I got from there. And there's this what are they? Okay, so we have the thaumaturge. We have the thaumaturge, which are like lunar people who can control other people as well, and they can control these sort of wolf packs, gang. And Wolf wants to be free. He wants to leave, but then he met Scarlet, who is a part of his mission. So he was trying to, like, trying to change her mind to stop going after her grandmother and they're both just gonna leave, because he knows that he's gonna get controlled. I didn't know that. He didn't tell the truth to Scarlet. He didn't tell her that he was actually a lunar and he's not just any normal human being. It's so cute because he just saw tomatoes for the first time and other vegetables as well, so I think that's just so cute. We are introduced to a character named Thorn. I wanted to see what he looked like, because I'm this kind of reader where no matter how detailed you are with your characters, I still won't get the image in my head, and I have to have like something to grab on, some art, some fan art to visualize the people that I'm reading in this book. So I went to Pinterest. A big mistake. I went to Pinterest and looked him up, and I saw fan arts of him with Cress, and I'm like, okay, so he's the main love interest in the third book. Oops. But I just like him so much. He's such a flirt, and he's so full of himself, and I just love him for it because he reminds me of Nikolai, and I love those sort of characters, you know, like the sarcastic ones and the narcissistic ones who just, their love for themselves are so high, and I love that. I love confident men. So he reminds me of Nikolai, and I just instantly fell in love with him the moment I read his parts here. I think his and Cinder's bickerings are super cute, and I just enjoy, that's why I enjoy Cinder's POVs more in this book. Okay, so let's go to the part where Cinder and Thorn eventually escaped from the prison, and they got to this ship, and it's like so hard to control. Eiko, which is Cinder's android who lost an android body and needs, like, you know, a new one, she was installed in the ship. It feels weird for her, and she was like so self-conscious. Why am I so big? I feel so big. Like, oh my gosh, Eiko, seriously. So Eiko meets Thorn, and she's like, you're rather handsome, Captain Thorn. And then they were like kind of flirting with each other, and Thorn was like, and you, my fine lady, are the most gorgeous ship in the skies, and don't let anyone ever tell you that. I'm so done. I'm Cinder. She's like groaning, and oh my gosh, what is happening? Like, Cinder, same. Okay, so we meet Ran over here, who is Wolf's brother. Don't even get me started on Wolf's real name, because I forgot what it is, and I'm not gonna say it because it was a mouthful. So basically this book talk is just me talking about my favorite parts in this book. Yeah, Scarlet's grandfather is lunar, right? Yeah, so that makes her father half lunar. So Scarlet's gonna be like 1/4 lunar. Unless I'm too dumb and I didn't get this, the genetics thing. So what I really hate about YA is insta-love. But you know what? There's like low-key insta-love here. But I like that they're not like all out the first few days that they met. Like, they literally met in less than a week, but they're not like, I love you so much. Like, no, they were like a little bit chill. So they were kind of flirty in the beginning. Scarlet was kind of flirting with him, and then she got mad because he was like this totally other different thing. But they had some cute moments that I really love, and I don't consider this insta love at all. Nope. It's just like, you know, like having a first crush and all that shit, and you just like want to be cute or something. So I really liked their cute moments. So we go to this thaumaturge. Yeah. And these are scary people. Like, they're able to control the wolf gang, and they're apparently so vicious. As we go on through this book, I actually thought that this was a zombie apocalypse, and I was so scared, like, what's gonna happen? Why are so many people dying, and what's gonna happen? I was legit so scared. Anyway, we'll go to that soon. Oh yeah, so I had this moment where they finally said that Wolf is a lunar special operative, like he was working for the queen, and that's when shit went down. Let's talk about how Kai is just so precious, a cinnamon roll. Like, he doesn't even think about the fact that Cinder is a cyborg, and he really just thinks about her like a normal human being. Like, he's conflicted. I know he's conflicted that she's lunar, and and that she probably just betrayed him and probably tricked him for a certain purpose, but he never thought about her being a cyborg, and that didn't bother him at all, and I just love him for it. When the stepmother and Pearl tried to like, hey, you know, like, Cinder's so disgusting, she's a cyborg and all that, you like, ew, like, do you know the cyborgs don't cry, like Cinder can't even cry? And Kai was like, no, that's not disgusting. He was genuinely curious, like, what? Oh really, they can't cry? He was just so curious, and I love him so much. Yo, I hate the fact when the stepmom was like, you know, exposing everything and trying to help Kai, and then she was like, I'm just curious, like, it's not something important for me, but do you think that when this mission succeeds or something, do I get like a reward for what I told you? Like, excuse me. I still don't know why the thaumaturge cannot control Scarlet's grandmother. Why? Was it said here in the book? I didn't get to know why. Or I just read too fast and probably missed that detail, because sometimes I do read too fast and I do miss details. Okay, I found it. I found the part where we know Wolf's real name, and it's Zev. What an ugly name. What is this? I can't pronounce his name. I give up. I also can't. How do you pronounce Scarlet's last name? I don't want to have to Google it. Is this Benoit? Because it's French, right? Benoit. So there's this point where Wolf cannot seem to control himself because, yes, you know, Jail, the Thermadragurge is controlling the Wolf gang. So it was hard for him to control himself, but then she was able to stop, and he was able to stop himself from killing Scarlet, and I just love that part. I was like, yes, boy, yes. I just love the part where Cinder and Thorn were finally able to find Scarlet's ship, or like the grandmother's ship or something. She suddenly remembered the place where like there's a secret compartment of some sort, and she was able to find it, and Thorn was like, how did you know it was there? When she was there, it was like 5 years ago, so how did she know? And she was like, cyborg vision. How convenient was that? Oh my god, you know the part where Wolf wanted her to escape, and then she was like, let go of me, you traitor. He was like, yo, come on, chill, and he kissed her, and I was like, dude, did you not see that she hated you? And I was like, I was ready to fight, man. But then his tongue was like getting inside her mouth and something, and then she felt something like sliding in her mouth. It's actually like a chip. I'm like, girl, yo, I love Thorn so much. I love him so much. Like, he's just so hilarious. His dialogues are all so funny. Cinder was feeling so crappy about herself, like she doesn't want to control people, and he was like, Cinder, you might be crazy, but you're not evil. As if that's a good thing. As long as you're using your glamour to help people, and more important, to help me, then there's nothing to feel guilty about. This boy needs to be stopped. The part where Wolf was just so conflicted, like he really wanted to kill, no, he didn't want to kill Scarlet, but he was like forced to kill her, and she was like, no, Wolf, come on, you said you would protect me. And she says like, just stay with me, protect me like you said you would. My feels. And Wolf was just trying so hard to control himself. Oh my gosh, the part where they were surrounded by lunar werewolves, I'm just gonna call them werewolves from now on. Lunar wolves, the gang, and then this Jail, I don't know his name, the Thermadragurge, he was there, and he was like controlling those wolf gang, and they were like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We're like so weak here, and there are like zombies everywhere. No, there are no zombies, just wolves. And Cinder was able to control like one of them. Yeah, she was able to control one of them. She's like, yes, come on, like help us, and all that shit. And then yeah, they were able to escape. The guy, the Thermadragurge, was killed. The zombie apocalypse has begun with the wolves gang just going around and killing the people in the major cities, except like the minor one, which is the how do you pronounce these? Ryuk, the non-major city that was attacked. Yeah, so like Kai was thinking like, this is a problem. Cinder was warning me before about Levana, and this is all my fault, and I have to do something. Kai baby, he called Queen Levana the auntie, Cinder's auntie, and Kai offered a marriage alliance with the queen, Levana. Wolf was, waking up, and he has like the side effects of the drugs, and he was like throwing up, and Thorn was just like, oh, I'm glad I didn't take those drugs. How embarrassing. What is wrong with you? When the marriage alliance was announced on television, and Cinder was like, no, you idiot, no! She was like throwing things on the screen, and I'm like, girl, I feel you. But oh my god, throughout this whole book, and then we get here, and there's like few pages left, like in the second to the last chapter. Throughout this whole book, Thorn didn't know that he was traveling with Princess Celine, and I'm just like, Scarlet and Cinder were like, yo, this is your fault, like you should have gotten the responsibility and become princess instead. And Thorn was like, what is happening? I'm confused. Let's go to one of the cute moments, the very small, rare, cute moments of Scarlet and Wolf. They were like talking to each other, and Wolf was like, why did you take me? You shouldn't have taken me. I'm dangerous. And Scarlet was like, what if your intent to protect me is stronger than the intent to kill me? And isn't the alpha male the one who's responsible for protecting everyone, not only the pack, but his mate too? I'm not saying I think you and I are, I know we just met, and but it's not out of the question, is it? That your instincts to protect me could be as strong as your instincts to kill? Like, that is so cute. And she just really dropped that M word just casually like that. And they were like flirting with each other, and like just so cute. I do not like this, what Wolf said. He was like, but you're the only one, Scarlet. You'll always be the only one. And he goes on to say, I know, we met less than a week ago. Good thing you know, my dude. Like, that is, no. You can't just say you're the only one when you just met, like, less than a week ago. But I'm gonna let this slide because they're just so cute here. I'm gonna let the low-key insta-love slide this time. He says, but if you give me a chance, all I want is to protect you, to be near you for as long as I'm able. So they were not like, I love you so much. Yes, I love you too, my babe. No, they were not like that. So it's okay. I'm gonna let this slide. Oh my god, now that I think about it, Kai is engaged to Cinder's auntie. Cinder's love of her life is getting married to her auntie. Ew. Oh my gosh, and Wolf is willing to let Cinder use him, like, for her training, because he's part of the Wolf gang. Technically he's still being controlled, but wait, the Thaumaturge was dead, but Wolf is still like lunar, and it's still good for Cinder to practice on him, to try to control him. And she was like, yes, at the end, at the last chapter, I'm like, yes girl, yes girl. She was like, I'm going to let Wolf train me. I'm going to become stronger than she is. I'm going to find Dr. Erland, and he's going to teach me how to win against her. I'm going to track down this girl who programmed this chip, which this one I forgot. It was in the first book, the programming thing. She's going to tell me everything she knows about Luna and its security and all the Queen's secrets. Yes, girl. Yeah, this is what Wolf said, that he would help. He said, I would help you, and you could practice your abilities on me. Besides, if you are who you claim to be, that makes you my true queen. Therefore, you have my loyalty. So I rated this book 4 stars out of 5 because I really did enjoy it, and I read through this so fast, and I feel so accomplished and so productive with my life right now. I just finished this in 2 days. Yes. The next book is Cress, and I think I'm gonna go straight to that. I still have to finish my Order of the Phoenix, but this can wait. This can wait. So I'm gonna go over with Cress and purchase Winter. I will see to it that I will do a reading vlog this time, maybe do some Snapchat reactions too. And yeah, so what do you guys think about Scarlet? I think it's really great. I think it's awesome, and if you didn't like Cinder, maybe you should give Scarlet a chance and just go on to Cress, which is probably the best book of the series. I don't know yet, so I'll see you on that book talk, and thanks for watching. Hope you like, and comment and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. Bye.